Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Lola. I wanted to talk about bullet journaling and the many options we have to keep ourselves productive and in track with the goals you may have. Last year I did like what most people do when they start bullet journaling. I got myself a Lutschkum and I did it from April to November, and it worked out in the sense that I kept up with it. It became like my bullet journal, diary, planner. It didn't really work as a planner, to be honest, because I wasn't carrying this around. So I missed out on a lot of appointments, and some of my to-dos and stuff I could have been handled better. And that's why I got the Hobonichi weeks. But what I found this year, where I'm really trying to focus on a lot of things at once, is that what works for me is to have things separated. So while I have in my cousin, you've seen my mindful journal, which I kind of call, this is kind of like my headspace. Like the diary portion is the daily portion, and then the weekly is where I have to be positive and mindful, and it really keeps me on track of where my headspace is at, because some days it's really hard not to write something a little negative, so I have to think more about what I'm grateful for, and some days it just comes out right away. So that's been what this has been, and I had some of the tracking for my steps and all that stuff, but I found that for my health and everything, I'm tracking so much that I decided to get a Hobonichi weeks. And I have to say, I decided to do this for my health after I got the one for work. This is just photos and art and my creative work, I would call it. And so in this, very simple, I'm sure I'll have this for years before it's finished, because it's literally a monthly schedule with what competitions or art fairs I've entered, with the deadlines of all the ones for that month, and then if I get accepted or refused, and then I've started adding the YouTube because I've been enjoying doing this, and then I have a little audio clip that takes me to a tracker where I try to keep track of things that I feel like will get me closer to my goal if I do on a daily basis or often, because when you have creative endeavors, it's really easy to lose track because you do other things, and I think that keeps me on track. But what's been interesting is I just have to look at the cover, which is a gallon leather, by the way, in A6 with Astrology, and as soon as I look at it, I know to start putting my mind into what do I need to do, so that at the end of today I feel like I have made some steps to take me closer to this goal for fine art. And so it's been weird, because now I have this, and now it does the same with my new Hobonichi weeks, which is my health, which I'll show you. It's very simple. I basically, hold on, because I basically have some stuff I want to track here, and then on here I put what I eat, because I'm allergic to a lot of stuff and I have to keep track of inflammation in my body because of the lupus. And then I track my water, if I want working out, my vitamins, if I slept well, if I drank alcohol, and I'm usually gluten-free and lactose-free because I'm allergic to it. Make sure, like if I cheated, it's gonna be there. And then the steps. And usually what I can see is, like, if I cheated on this, then I can see that my sleep is affected and my health in general. And in the monthly, I just write how I feel. If I slept well, if I felt energetic, I just put like two sentences. But this has been great. Like, I used to have some of this tracking in the cousin, but because that wasn't my main focus of this journal, I never thought, oh, when I looked at, this cover or the covers I had before, never thought, oh, I have to have my water or I have to take my vitamins. I look at this now and I'm like, oh, water, vitamins, working out, walking, like all these things. I just have to look at it and I remember. So now I can look at these things, and it really helps me more than when I had one, because everything was in there. This is really, it's like compartments. It compartmentalize every thing that I need to do on a daily basis for me right now. And I think it's really interesting to see that this is working for me, because we always try to make it simpler, and it would be simpler to have one book technically, but for me it wasn't, because I lost track of a lot of things because it was too much in that one book. The fact that I have it separated just really helps me. And so I just wanted to tell you guys, whatever you want to do, whatever works for you is what's going to be the best. Doesn't matter. I even thought, oh, you could have binder with tabs on each section that you're focusing on. And I know I'm not the only one who does that. I just think it's, for me, it was a revolution this year to see how much this is working, because at first I kind of put it towards like, well, yeah, because I want to have more covers and more notebooks because I love them. That's true, and that is true. But the fact that, you know, for me this cover is art and it has everything in it. I have like a printout of all where my photos are and what I've sold and what the edition numbers are in there, and that, I don't know, it's really helpful. When I'm working here, I can just grab this and all the information is in there. I have some information in the back of, like, you know, how much I paid for this art fair or whatever. It's been amazing. So that's all I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to show my face because I've never done that. I'm not really comfortable doing that, so here you go. And hopefully you're having a good day. I was going to show you Gizmo. He's actually being really quiet, so let's see if I can show you. He's just sleeping on my desk because that's what he does. Can you see him? Yeah. He's just, yeah, dark fur right now. So hopefully you all having a very productive and mindful day and week, and see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.